Did this dashcam record a ghost crossing the road? YouTuber Alice Wonderland 74 has shared a spooky video featuring a rather eerie figure on a bridge. Not only does this figure seem to materialize out of thin air, but she also appears to walk directly into the path of the vehicle. What could be happening here? The female figure was in the process of crossing a highway north of Marietta, Georgia. According to the post, the driver exited his vehicle after crossing the bridge out of fear that he had struck someone. He proceeded to investigate but found no evidence of an impact, and the woman had mysteriously vanished. This occurrence is indeed mysterious, and given other reported sightings, it seems plausible that we are dealing with a genuine ghostly presence. This audacious thief chose to strike right in the heart of the city, and the entire incident unfolded in broad daylight. You should take my word for it, you don't want to miss this. What amplifies the shock factor is that at first glance, everything appears perfectly normal. The car sits parked with no one in sight to claim it. However, in an unexpected turn of events, chaos ensues. Suddenly, seemingly out of thin air, a fearless thief confidently approaches the vehicle. They make an attempt to break into the car, seizing an opportunity for an easy score. Can you believe what you're witnessing? This bold act of car theft is taking place right in the middle of the city in broad daylight. It's truly bewildering. Unfortunately, luck favored them this time. The thief successfully gains access to the car, making off with some valuable items before making a swift exit. I'm uncertain about the safety of being inside a vehicle during an earthquake, but it seems to be a safer option compared to being inside these buildings. TikToker TOOfficial1 has shared dashcam footage of a 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Turkey. Another vehicle captures a distressing building collapsing during the same earthquake. According to TikToker CanXKaraXX, this marked the second earthquake of the day in 2023, with the initial one occurring at 4 in the morning and causing equal devastation. Over 50,000 lives were lost during this tragic event, and in my view, this video strongly emphasizes the need for enforcement of earthquake safety building codes. Why be concerned about encountering lions during your safari in Kenya when you have to deal with individuals like these? Storyful has shared this video featuring a group of men armed with machetes in Kenya's Rift Valley.
I'd rather assume they do than not. Drive. Drive forward, crush it.
Just drive forward. Drive forward.
Hey!
Brian Swinson was driving with his wife while this group of men charged at their Land Cruiser. Brian maintains his composure, shifting to the far side of the road. However, upon seeing their weapons, he reverses and then hastily moves forward, urged on by a passenger. You can hear the group discussing the incident and the aftermath.
Still there?
Yeah, they're running into the...
Dang!
Woo!
Oh, gunshots.
Dang.
No, they're running up to them. Yeah. Drive. Drive forward, crush it.
Just drive forward. Drive forward.
Hey!
It's a relief that no one was harmed, considering they narrowly escaped this perilous situation. These men appear to be quite serious, and I believe this crew is fortunate to be alive. It's widely known that impaired driving poses a serious risk to life. City News' YouTube channel has shared astonishing footage of a drunk driver's journey from Richmond to Vancouver and onward to Burnaby. The car continuously drifts into the oncoming lane, and this pattern of erratic driving persists. The driver is visibly struggling to maintain a straight path, yet they somehow manage to extricate themselves from a ditch. On numerous occasions, they find themselves in the wrong lane, heading towards oncoming traffic. They disregard red light traffic lights without hesitation. Finally, their erratic driving takes a severe turn. Colliding with a fire hydrant results in a flooded street. Many commenters rightly point out that this situation could have been easily avoided. This incident is truly remarkable, and had the streets been busier, it's highly likely that the perpetrator would have faced a lengthy imprisonment. Let's delve into the scene that unfolds on the day of a relentless rain when the streets transform into rushing rivers, presenting a genuine danger for anyone unfortunate enough to find themselves in their path. This serves as a snapshot of the challenges brought about by the fury of nature. As our dashcam hero traversed the street, their vigilant eyes caught sight of something so alarming that it sent shivers down their spine. A woman trapped in her car, encircled by swiftly flowing water.
Get out of your vehicle! Get out of your vehicle! Come this way!
The scene vividly portrayed a truly distressing scenario that appeared to teeter on the brink of disaster. In an awe-inspiring sequence, this extraordinary team of rescuers successfully extracted the woman from harm's way, battling against the forceful current. One of the rescuers even had a harrowing encounter with the powerful water flow. The conclusion is nothing less than triumphant, a striking contrast to the potential tragedy that could have unfolded. It stands as a poignant reminder of the profound impact we can have by extending a helping hand in times of need. Individuals displaying such rage can no longer escape accountability, all thanks to dashcams. TikToker Angry Taco documented an incident in which a road rager went into a full-blown Hulk-like fit, as seen in this alarming video. The person forcefully smashed open a car window, leaving the occupants in a state of shock. What events precipitated this outburst? According to the account, the circumstances leading up to it didn't warrant such an extreme reaction. In my view, it appears that the young driver handled the situation skillfully by not escalating the conflict, and hopefully, he received the justice he deserved in the end. What's that in the sky? TikToker MBangman237 has shared footage of an unforeseen aerial event in Russia. As they observe the approaching light display, everyone pulls over onto the side of the road to document the mysterious event on camera. You might be pondering what this could be. Is it a satellite re-entering Earth's atmosphere? A meteor? A rocket? Considering that each of these objects has been sighted in the Russian sky, it's challenging to ascertain. While I couldn't determine the precise identity of this light source, given its upward trajectory, my assumption leads towards it being a rocket. His dash camera silently chronicled the very reasons that made him dread these nocturnal shifts. Reckless drivers careened across the road, treating the lanes as mere suggestions. Blinding headlights from speeding vehicles felt like sharp daggers piercing his eyes and distorting his vision. As he pressed on through the perilous night, a chilling realization slowly settled in. Every night unfolded as a nerve-wracking dance with danger, an unending suspense thriller. Joey de Guzman's Uber gig typically commenced in the early hours of the night. As his car glided through the desolate lanes, Joey's unease intensified. The peculiar object remained hidden until the car's headlights illuminated it. Joey slammed on the brakes, the tires screeching against the pavement.
That's crazy. If I ever choose to... I think... Whoa, get it! Oh! What a little... at least you didn't. I didn't...
The feline silhouettes froze in the stark beams of light, their innocent eyes reflecting fear. Joey breathed a sigh of relief, realizing that he had rescued those innocent kitties, saving their lives. Those who are unlucky often find themselves at the wrong place at the wrong time. Redditor Champ B shares a dashcam video titled "Just My Luck." After several minutes of completely safe driving, something shocking unfolds. As many commenters have observed, the incident was entirely unforeseen. Most people are surprised by how the tree shattered. The tree broke through the windshield, but it appears that the driver was physically unharmed. However, an experience like this would likely leave me feeling shaken for quite some time, perhaps even a lifetime. Here's a pro tip. Avoid scheduling a date for 1 a.m. TikToker iFollowRome2 has shared this video originally posted by Jason G. At 1 in the morning, Jason had arranged to meet a woman he had been messaging on a dating app. He only had her address, as he didn't possess her phone number. When he arrived, he found that all the lights were off and she wasn't responding to his messages. She then unmatched him. However, as he was preparing to leave, something unexpected occurred. Watch to the left, it's rather eerie. As Jason turned his car to exit the cul-de-sac, an individual stepped into the middle of the street and began approaching him. Subsequently, the person started coming towards him. Apparently, the man even attempted to open the driver's side door, which fortunately was locked. Upon closer examination, it became apparent that the stranger was wearing a creepy mask. All viewers, including myself, seemed to be in agreement about the situation. Jennifer commented, "This was a bad idea from the start." A figure clad in white, a darkened dirt road. Is this a nightmare? TikToker Pipboy Tendakit has shared this eerie video of an unconventional encounter. It's perfectly unusual. The vehicle smoothly navigates around the figure, leaving the enigma unsolved. The figure remains utterly motionless, with an indiscernible face. What could it be doing here in the midst of the nocturnal darkness? I doubt we'll ever uncover the answer to this question. However, in my perspective, given its unwavering stillness, it could be a statue or a scarecrow. Although I'm unsure why it would be positioned in the middle of the night. What's your interpretation? You'll certainly feel compelled to double check the straps on your next load after viewing this. Redditor Talking Timmy has shared a video documenting a harrowing near-death experience. In this video, a sizable sheet of wood hurls into the lane from the oncoming traffic. Upon closer inspection, you can observe that the wood also collides with the red car on the right. The extent of the damage inflicted on the red car remains uncertain, but the truck, on the other hand, sustained a shattered windshield, clearly visible as the Redditor passes it. According to the Redditor, they narrowly avoided a collision by passing some slower traffic just moments earlier. It seems that luck was on their side. In my view, the moral of the story emphasizes the importance of ensuring that your load is securely fastened. Otherwise, the consequences could be life-threatening. This video might startle you a bit. TikToker Is What It Was has posted this footage of a semi-truck coming dangerously close. Such a near miss could induce palpitations in anyone. However, if you observe closely, you'll likely be impressed. The semi-truck's tires don't even touch the curb. While this undoubtedly was a terrifying experience for the dashcam driver, I must acknowledge where credit is due. That tanker driver skillfully maneuvered the situation. I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. Drive defensively, as the reason is that there are far too many aggressive drivers on the road. Take, for example, this particular case. TikToker Ivina Williams Armory has posted dashcam footage of a near miss. It was a very close call. Where on earth was this oncoming driver headed? There isn't even a road in that direction. TikTokers have been sharing their thoughts on this incident. I honestly can't fathom what might have prompted this driver's actions. Could it have been a medical emergency? Regardless, it's fortunate that the dashcam driver had quick enough reflexes to avoid a head-on collision. When you're driving down the highway at night, your eyes can deceive you. YouTuber Lewis Rebel has shared dashcam footage that raises the question among those inside the vehicle. Is that a person? Pay close attention. Did you catch it? Glance to the left and you'll notice the presence of a tall, shadowy figure. Some comments mention similar encounters on the 91 freeway. To me, it undeniably resembles a shadow figure. However, given that multiple people have reported seeing it on this highway, perhaps there's a rational explanation. So, who's willing to step up and investigate? Not me. This vehicle didn't just execute one maneuver, they managed to perform a trifecta. TikToker Rodeller has shared this video of a vehicle overtaking another in a residential area, which is illegal. They did this by crossing a double yellow line, which is also illegal, and to make matters worse, they did it in a school zone where such actions are very illegal. It's certainly not a good situation. This driver could have had an emergency, or they may simply have no regard for human life. Regardless, I believe it's time to consider revoking their license. Roadway surfaces can, at times, create deceptive situations. Redditor Froggy Ribbits has posted this video featuring a roadway that appears deceptively tricky and might leave you perplexed. The road doesn't seem particularly wet. and the conditions don't seem icy. So why did the spin occur? The Redditor provided some context. In my opinion, luck favored this driver, especially since there were no cars behind them. The situation could have turned out much more severe. Once again, we have a case of wrong-way traffic. Redditor Mike BWN80 has shared this video capturing a near miss that occurred during the night. If you watch carefully, you will notice that the car in front narrowly avoids a collision with the oncoming vehicle by swerving just in the nick of time. Unfortunately, the car in question didn't fare as well. The Redditor hasn't provided any additional information, leaving me uncertain about how this driver ended up on the wrong side of the highway. Ultimately, my hope is that everyone involved emerged from this incident unharmed. Being in the situation on the highway is something you definitely want to avoid. Redditor Man Renaissance has posted this video of a very narrow situation that makes me feel claustrophobic. The semi-truck is clearly at fault and doesn't even stop, which has left many viewers shocked. I wholeheartedly agree that the injured party has a strong case based on the evidence from this dashcam footage. Hopefully, the responsible driver is taken off the road soon. Is this guy genuinely intimidating, or does he simply believe he is? TikToker Alien Membrane has posted this dashcam footage of an extremely unusual encounter. The man comes to a complete stop, effectively blocking the freeway entrance, and then proceeds slowly, giving a rather unsettling stare down. I'm not sure about the specifics of the situation, but it appears to be his attempt to intimidate. And those gloves. What's the story there? Is he some sort of hitman? Once again, I lack the information to fully comprehend the situation, but my response was to simply drive around him. This eerie apparition has prompted drivers to seek assistance. TikToker Epitaskander_Shay has posted dashcam footage taken on a dark road at night.
Allahu Akbar! Mana kepala dia? Allahu Akbar, mana kepala dia? Tak ada kepala, weh!
Did you notice what they observed?
Tak ada kepala, weh!
I'm uncertain about the identity of this figure, but I can certainly understand their reaction. It appears to resemble a phantom. If I had witnessed this, I would also be reaching out for help. This nearly avoided accident had the potential to be prevented. TikToker Marsh93.1 has shared a video that's uncomfortably close for comfort. The car in front came dangerously close to colliding with two different vehicles heading in opposite directions, and it even forced one of them to come to a complete stop. According to the person who posted the video, the driver was a man deeply engrossed in conversation with his passenger, remaining completely oblivious to the situation. Comments from others suggest that incidents like this are a frequent occurrence at this junction. I'm uncertain whether the driver learned anything from this incident or not, as it appears it didn't even disrupt his conversation. Who bears responsibility in this situation? TikToker Dashcam Deutschland has posted a video in which a BMW appears to engage in brake checking, resulting in the following driver rear-ending them.
Like I said, it's true of almost every
referendum has ever been anywhere was that people who went all the way through the was told basically.
Is this a case of insurance fraud? Subsequently, a couple exits the BMW while the driver moves forward to clear the road and then proceeds to harass the other driver.
Was the option. That's happened almost everywhere. And that didn't happen either. Because it didn't feel like a status quo ultimately, did it? I mean, that was one of the great victories of the snake oil salesman, is that it felt like a kind of...
There is no information available regarding the resolution of this accident. I am confident that this dashcam footage will be of assistance. In my opinion, it seems clear that the BMW driver was in the wrong. While this video is short, it is undeniably peculiar. TikToker Ricky Eats World posted this unusual footage of a person standing as still as the statue by the side of the road. The person's motionless and rigid stance sends shivers down my spine. It appears remarkably eerie. The uploader adds an extra layer of strangeness by mentioning that the footage was taken at midnight in the middle of nowhere. Could the figure simply be waiting for their Uber, as some have suggested? I have my doubts. In my view, the whole scenario seems rather suspicious. If you blink, you might have missed it. Redditor MYUU has shared an incident that resulted in $20,000 in damages to a trailer. Take a look and see if you can spot it. I'm confident you noticed it, but like me, you probably couldn't immediately identify what it was. The Redditor explains that it's a tire that fell off of a truck, and this single tire caused 5 figures worth of damage. I can certainly understand why the Redditor is upset. On the positive side, it didn't result in any loss of life. The daily routine commute to work can often put you on autopilot. However, this wasn't the case for Redditor 17 Silverado V8, who posted a video of an unexpected lake flooding the road at 3:30 in the morning. The Redditor mentioned that they didn't spot it until they collided head-on with it. Even after managing to slow down after the initial shock, their truck remained submerged in the water. The Redditor also shared another video of the same flooded area in daylight after work. All I can say is that I'm relieved they didn't experience hydroplaning. One can only imagine what might have gone wrong in that case. This video serves as a reminder that you can never predict what you might encounter on the road. A mysterious lady in red makes repeated appearances on a dark road in Malaysia. TikToker Grim-Faced the Creepypasta has shared unsettling footage that raises the possibility of a ghostly woman. She materializes suddenly, then again and again with an eerie consistency. Is this genuine? Some comments suggest a sense of familiarity. I am firmly inclined to believe this may have paranormal implications. It's too unsettling to dismiss outright. On a typical day in Chilliwack, BC, as our driver was escorting their dad home from an appointment, little did they anticipate the heart-pounding moment that awaited them at the intersection of Spruce Drive and Vedder Road. While the driver carefully navigated the roads, a man on a bike suddenly appeared as if he were a surprise guest, seemingly auditioning to become an accidental hood ornament. Fortunately, our quick-thinking driver reacted swiftly, applying the brakes just in the nick of time. Remarkably, the man on the bike displayed a lack of regard for road rules, riding on the wrong side, using the sidewalk, and crossing the crosswalk without dismounting. It was evident that he was not adhering to the proper safety guidelines. Here's another astonishing piece of footage. So, imagine this scene. Irving, Texas, November 26, 2019. Started like any other day, but then something unusual occurred. The location is Irving, Texas, and a Chevrolet truck suddenly emerges onto the street, clearly seeking attention. But here's the twist. At the 6-second mark, a mysterious figure, dressed entirely in black and resembling a potential assailant, emerges from the shadows. They exude confidence, as if they own the place. Credit must be given to these individuals. They believed they had everything planned out, but life often has other plans. Fortunately, the driver of the targeted car is no novice. They see through this ruse and are determined not to become an easy target. And now, the story comes even more intriguing. The aspiring carjacker begins to realize that their supposedly ingenious plan is falling apart. Here's another incredible video involving a snowplow, a Chicago bridge, a shattered windshield, and a dashcam that captured it all. Fortunately, the driver was in a rental car, or this incident could have turned into quite an icy headache. Imagine this, a man casually driving through the snowy streets of Chicago, just an ordinary day, nothing out of the ordinary. But guess what?
Whoa!
Life has a knack for throwing unexpected surprises, and our guy is in for a bone-chilling shock he never anticipated. Wait, did you see that? This chunk of ice decides that it's had enough of its perch on the bridge and takes a daring leap. And believe it or not, it lands right on the windshield of the driver's vehicle. It's like an unexpected, nearly instantaneous explosion of ice that seemingly appeared out of nowhere. Here's a remarkable video we prepared for you. It's not just entertaining. It may also provide a valuable lesson or two about safe street crossing. So, ensure you're comfortably settled because this video is a roller coaster of hilarity with a touch of street smarts. Let's begin by introducing you to a daring individual who appears to view road rules as more of a suggestion.
I can't even I can't fathom how amazing this guy is.
While we're all aware of the dangers of jaywalking, every now and then Karma steps in to deliver an eye-opening and impactful lesson. They certainly received a thorough lesson in consequences, didn't they? A friendly reminder to all. It's always wise to use designated crosswalks and adhere to reliable traffic signals. After all, safety should be your top priority. Get ready for some heart-pounding action as we delve into the extraordinary event that left the world awestruck. The people of Chelyabinsk, Russia had an unexpected encounter when a massive meteor entered Earth's atmosphere. It's just an ordinary day in Chelyabinsk, Russia, with people going about their daily routines, completely unaware of the cosmic surprise about to unfold in the sky above them. Did you see that? It wasn't an airplane or a shooting star. What you witnessed was the Chelyabinsk meteor illuminating the sky and delivering a dazzling spectacle that astounded everyone. Can you fathom the sheer shock and awe they must have experienced when witnessing this remarkable event? But where did this unanticipated space visitor originate? The Chelyabinsk meteor of 2013 serves as a vivid reminder that the universe is teeming with surprises, occasionally right in our cosmic neighborhood. It's an incredible chapter in the ongoing narrative of space exploration and the wonder it evokes. Do you want to get a close-up view of a tornado while staying safe behind the dashcam? Then take a look at this footage from CTV News' YouTube channel. This tornado touched down south of Ottawa, Canada. What truly terrifies me is the devastation it leaves in its wake. Dashcams offer you the opportunity to witness the heart of the storm without risking your life. In fact, you can encounter numerous near-death experiences, as demonstrated in this compilation of harrowing videos captured on dashcams. So, take a deep breath. It appears we all have 9 lives. Secure your seatbelts for an extraordinary and adrenaline-pumping sequence that is about to unravel in this gripping video. Get ready to enjoy your favorite popcorn because you are on the brink of witnessing an absolute cinematic spectacle that commands your full attention. A car, which had been steady on the road, suddenly loses its grip and transforms into a helpless projectile. The cars grapple for traction, and the vehicle begins to slide uncontrollably.
Козел, а? Тихо, тихо, ребята, тихо, не волнуйтесь! Не волнуйтесь, успеем! Успеем! Все нормально.
The driver's efforts to regain control seem futile on the icy surface, underscoring the perilous situation they now face. As the scene unfolds, a crescendo of tension envelops the atmosphere, and the very destiny of the car teeters precariously on the edge. However, a remarkable display of human ingenuity and survival instincts takes center stage. The driver's skills come to the forefront, showcasing their finely honed driving abilities. And then, almost as if guided by fate, a stroke of luck intervenes. Taking the 6th spot, we have an incredible video to share with you. So, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for some heart-pounding action. Picture the excitement building as the driver approaches the state line with the charming town of Prim on the horizon. Just when they believe the road was clear, an unexpected twist of fate throws a curveball into their path. Suddenly, a tire appears seemingly out of nowhere, becoming an unforeseen obstacle that would profoundly change the course of their adventure. In a mere fraction of a second, their journey undergoes a dramatic and unexpected transformation, turning an otherwise routine drive into a spine-tingling escapade that will be etched in our memories for a lifetime.
Hit a tire. Hit a tire. Hit a tire. There's a tire. What's up?
Our hearts still race with the echoes of that heart-pounding moment, serving as a testament to the unpredictable nature of adventure. Prepare for a moment of intense suspense unfolding in the midst of Toronto's bustling streets, where the cadence of daily life intertwines with the flow of traffic. This is the narrative of an extraordinary day on Toronto's highways, forever altered into an extraordinarily heart-pounding spectacle. And in this urban backdrop, an unexpected protagonist emerges. A colossal chunk of ice. Gradually, and with deliberate purpose, it initiates a slide that defies its icy nature. Inch by inch, it ventures perilously close to the vehicles that populate the road, setting the stage for a breathtaking encounter that will captivate you. Let's delve deeper into the slow-motion version of the clip. You'll feel the tension intensifying step by step as the icy edge draws nearer. Every small detail undergoes a transformation into a suspenseful masterpiece, akin to a symphony building towards a crescendo. This icy troublemaker inches dangerously close to unsuspecting vehicles, crafting a nail-biting scene that is nearly impossible to avert your gaze from. Take a look at this next video, where we bear witness to one of the most intense car and truck collisions, resulting in a shower of sparks reminiscent of the 4th of July fireworks. And here's the surprise. The entire incident has been captured on camera. Ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened because this video is about to take you on an adrenaline-pumping journey.
Wonderful sleepy world called Pillow Land. So this...
At the outset, you'll observe a white truck blatantly running a red light, provoking a response from a nearby driver who honks the horn. However, that's merely the beginning of the story. As the white truck speeds away, it appears as though they are on a determined mission, darting in and out of traffic like a daredevil. The truck's daring maneuvers continue to escalate, creating a scene reminiscent of a Fast and Furious movie playing out in real life. Suddenly, sparks erupt out of nowhere, creating a surreal electrical explosion.
Oh, he got in a wreck. Oh, shoot, Emery. Oh, my God.
As the camera approaches the scene, you'll see that very same white truck lodged in a telephone pole right in front of her. It's a sight that's both captivating and bewildering. Now, you may find yourself wondering what motivated the white truck driver to act as if they were in a high-speed chase, running red lights and weaving between cars as if they were racing against time. At the end of our list, we have an action-packed urban adventure that's bound to leave you in awe. Brace yourself, because what happened to this driver on the road is truly unbelievable. I can assure you, this is a story that you absolutely shouldn't miss. Our driver was simply cruising through the city streets when they encountered a moment that took them completely by surprise. Right there, in the middle of the road, was an individual on rollerblades, gracefully gliding as if they owned the asphalt. The sight was so unexpected and unique that it left an indelible mark on our driver's memory and likely turned the heads of both pedestrians and fellow drivers.
Dude, get the fuck out the road, you fat.
It's like a snapshot of wonder and curiosity, all wrapped into one, creating a memory that's difficult to forget. Rather than merely gliding, this rollerblader was dancing, creating a mix of amusement and a touch of frustration, much like a street performer engrossed in their own world. While it might bring a smile to your face, our driver couldn't help but wish for a more responsible approach. After all, safety is crucial, not just for the rollerblader, but for everyone sharing the road. On a chilly Friday night in Sacramento, California, Chris Clemens promptly accepted an Uber ride request. As Chris arrived at the pickup location, he was met with a distressing sight. His young female passenger, accompanied by a man, clutched her chest and struggled for breath.
Yeah.
Her face bore the unmistakable marks of fear, and her eyes were wide with panic. Chris wasted no time, maneuvering the car skillfully through the city streets, navigating through a chaotic blur of red traffic lights. Inside the car, the sound of her wheezing filled the air, leaving Chris wondering about the cause of her sudden asthma attack.
Yeah, it's in the grass. It's in the bushes where the people put the stuff at.
After what felt like an eternity, the reassuring sight of the hospital came into view, instilling a glimmer of hope. As they pulled out to the emergency entrance, the young woman's anxiety began to subside, and she hastily made her way inside. The enigmatic and terrifying events that had unfolded that Friday night remained unanswered, leaving Chris with a haunting mystery. During his typical night as an Uber driver, Nathan picked up a passenger who had clearly been up to who knows what. The passenger, seated in the front, appeared to be dozing off, and the dashcam captured this moment. Suddenly, and without warning, the passenger unleashed a bone-chilling and startling act that sent shockwaves reverberating through the car.
Where am I?
As panic surged within him, Nathan's grip on the steering wheel tightened as he struggled to remain in control of his vehicle. His eyes anxiously flicked to the rearview mirror, searching for some explanation from the passenger.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just had a nightmare. I get paid up little feet pics. On the feet find relative you good.
Beneath the surface, Nathan's anger simmered, and the fear from the recent fright, still fresh in his mind, became too much to bear. His voice quivered with a mixture of anger and fear as he shouted, "Get out of my car!" In the midst of a busy Pembroke Park street, a tense situation played out inside an Uber car, illuminated by the bright daylight. The passenger quietly captured the intensifying drama on camera. The Uber driver, his face flushed with anger, continued to insist that the stubborn passenger leave his vehicle, but she remained resolute in her refusal.
I have the right to tell you when to get out of my car. It's right now.
I don't know where I am. I'm asking you where is my destination. If you will kindly point at where I am supposed to go.
Pulled into your destination. It said here I was...
Each word from the driver added to the mounting tension, a jarring disruption in the otherwise quiet daytime surroundings.
Where my destination is.
I don't give a The ride is over! You have been extremely rude, extremely condescending.
As moments passed, a heavy silence enveloped the car, broken only by the driver's ultimate plea, "Get out of my car." Under the California sun, Carlos Jetson and two of his passengers embarked on a leisurely drive along Melrose Avenue, the soothing purr of their Uber resonating in the air. The car was filled with music as they embraced the day's radiant warmth. However, as they neared a crosswalk, a heedless pedestrian, seemingly motivated by spite, engaged in an unexpected act that shattered their serene ambiance.
Are you vaping, bro? Come on. That's why I honestly didn't want you in my car. Yeah, walk right into my car, dumbass.
The reverberation of the incident coursed through the vehicle, instantly dispelling the harmonious atmosphere. In response to their provocation, Carlos couldn't contain his fury and swiftly distanced the car from the scene.
You.
He has one arm. Well, why didn't you let him go? What the hell?
As the vehicle sped away, a palpable cloud of tension lingered among the passengers, leaving them in a state of stunned silence. Here's a heart-stopping moment that unfolded for this driver. He had no idea that an otherwise ordinary drive would quickly transform into the most frightening experience of his life. Our driver was casually enjoying his ride when, unexpectedly, he made a spontaneous left turn, injecting a touch of spontaneity into the journey. But brace yourself, because that's precisely when things took a dangerous and unforeseen turn. What happened next will leave you utterly astonished. In a sudden twist of events, a toddler suddenly emerged in front of our driver's path, narrowly avoiding collision.
Oh, Jesus.
You can witness the remarkable reflexes of our skilled driver as they deftly maneuvered to avert any harm. You'll be deeply impressed by their incredible avoidance skills in action. This incident serves as a reminder to parents to remain vigilant regarding their little ones and to never underestimate their natural curiosity, speed, and unpredictability. In 2017, Dwayne Richards was navigating the bustling city streets from the driver's seat of his Tesla Uber. The gentle hum of electric power provided the background soundtrack to his passengers' conversation. One of his riders, a tech enthusiast, eagerly requested that he activate autopilot mode. After some hesitation, Dwayne reluctantly complied, assuming the truck ahead was stationary, until an unexpected turn of events unfolded. Tesla's AI took control, but the truck suddenly swerved into their lane, setting off Tesla's sensors and warnings. A collision appeared imminent.
Aren't you an electrical engineer?
Yeah.
He is electrical engineer.
Why don't you do biomedical engineering?
Time seemed to slow down as Tesla's automated brakes came into play, and the passengers collectively held their breath, just when it seemed like a collision was unavoidable.
Nice brake work, brother! That guy didn't even signal, he just went for it.
Dude, I know, but you're you, man. That coordination was amazing. I wasn't even scared.
Brembo's state-of-the-art brake technology came to the rescue, saving the day. Outside an Albuquerque grocery store, a local woman whose condescending demeanor matched the scorching sun's intensity impatiently waited for her Uber ride. She couldn't comprehend why the driver hadn't recognized her and promptly inquired about it. The Uber driver, a composed and level-headed individual, had reached his limit.
I said I couldn't tell with your mask on.
Are you new to Albuquerque?
You know what? This isn't going to work out. I'm not going to pick you up.
He decided to cancel the ride, unwilling to tolerate her rudeness. The woman's face contorted and she gave in to her anger. She forcefully pushed her shopping cart towards the vehicle, the metallic collision resounding through the parking lot.
What's your problem? What is your problem?
I need a ride home.
Well, that's great, but I'm not going to pick up somebody that's rude. Hey!
Her shouts reflected her growing desperation. Unperturbed, the Uber driver calmly recorded the incident using his dashcam. He then charged the woman for the damages, leaving her flustered and defeated. On a rainy day, Michael was navigating the slippery streets when he arrived at an intersection. Suddenly, his attention was drawn to a red Ford truck up ahead, which was swerving erratically. Intrigued by this behavior, Michael decided to follow the truck, wondering if something was wrong. All of a sudden, the Ford truck accelerated, its engine roaring, and Michael tightened his grip on the steering wheel. As they reached the intersection, chaos unfolded. The Ford truck attempted to rush through the red traffic light, but destiny had other plans. Michael slammed on his brakes, narrowly avoiding a collision. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, Michael dialed 911, understanding that he had unwittingly stumbled upon a perilous and enigmatic incident. Amid the bustling streets of New York City, Jake Louie, an Uber driver, had just accepted a new ride request. He skillfully navigated through the swarm of yellow cabs and impatient pedestrians to reach the designated pickup location. Upon arrival, a young woman approached, holding a toddler in her arms. However, it was clear from regulations that he couldn't transport a child without a car seat. Jake politely but firmly explained the safety policy and requested that she provide a car seat for the child.
You don't got a car seat, do you? A car seat? A car seat? I can't, I'm sorry.
The tension in the atmosphere grew thicker as the minutes passed. The woman became increasingly agitated, and passerbys couldn't help but notice the intensifying confrontation. Their curiosity was piqued by the escalating situation. Jake remained resolute, refusing to compromise on safety. In a fit of anger, the woman lashed out before storming off.
It's illegal. What if we get in an accident? What if someone rear-ends us?
Amid the bustling streets of Hong Kong, Clifford Chen skillfully maneuvered through the chaotic urban maze. Suddenly, a reckless motorist emerged, racing at an astonishing speed of 80 to 90 kilometers per hour. Their audacious overtaking maneuver brought the speeding vehicle dangerously close, mere meters ahead of Clifford's car. Tension gripped the air as Clifford braced himself for potential disaster. Their daredevil's reckless actions quickly turned into a nightmare in the blink of an eye. Chaos erupted on the street as the two severely damaged cars screeched to a halt, leaving behind a scene of twisted metal and shattered glass. Anxiety coursed through Farish as he navigated the dimly lit streets with his unruly passenger. Her strong odor of alcohol lingered in the car, and her mood swung wildly between fits of laughter and bursts of anger.
That's fine. It'll get you there. So it's 13th Street. 13th and Pearl. What are you doing? Hey!
Glancing at the GPS, Farish noticed there were still 20 minutes left on the ride, but each passing second felt like an eternity. He clenched the steering wheel, determined to maintain his composure despite the relentless stream of insults and demands from the woman.
You could have just gone straight.
Yeah, I just missed that, actually, because I was already hearing about your weird thing.
You know what? Do not blame your passenger.
Desperation crept in as he longed to escape this nightmarish situation. Farish reluctantly pretended to cooperate, all the while fearing what the woman might do next. As they ventured onto a desolate dark road, the woman's hostility escalated. In a shocking turn of events, she dialed 911 and falsely accused Farish of various crimes. Aware that he couldn't allow her to tarnish his reputation or jeopardize his livelihood any further, he decided to take a bold step.
What?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm just going to drop you.
You're gonna drop me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
You're...
Farish brought the car to an abrupt stop, the tires screeching in the night. With a mix of frustration and determination, Farish swung open the door and addressed his misbehaving passenger firmly. "You're on your own." He left her in the darkness, hoping he had made the right choice to terminate the terrifying ride and safeguard himself. Behind the wheel, Derek Montgomery continued to steer through West Hollywood with his Uber passengers engaged in tranquil conversation in the back seat, blissfully oblivious to the impending danger. A bit further ahead, an Amazon delivery van came to an abrupt and unexpected halt, its brake lights flaring ominously.
Saying 3 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes. Woo!
Derek watched in sheer disbelief, his foot poised above the brake pedal, as the Amazon driver leapt out from behind the van, shoving it across the road. The van's diagonal slide ultimately blocked their path, causing a cacophony of metal scraping against the unforgiving asphalt.
License plate number.
In that moment, they collectively realized they had narrowly evaded a threat that defied explanation. The Amazon driver's recklessness had left them profoundly shaken. Beneath the radiant midday sun, Marcus Whitman was at the helm, steering through the city when his phone's chime signaled a new Uber request. He glanced at the screen, noting that the passenger was an elderly man by the name of Mr. Sullivan.
Yeah, I can't touch it.
Upon arrival at the designated address, Marcus observed a frail figure impatiently waiting at the curb. The elderly man eagerly flung open the door and began requesting assistance that extended far beyond the ordinary duties of an Uber driver.
Building is?
No, sir, because this is only the second time I've been there. The first time was like a month ago. I do have a phone number you can call.
Yeah, that would be.
Do you want the doctor?
Marcus found himself obliging, whether it involved making phone calls, acting as a chauffeur to various locations around town, or even accompanying Mr. Sullivan to the hospital. As the day transitioned into night, it was marked by a succession of increasingly peculiar requests. Marcus couldn't help but grow suspicious, contemplating what kind of person would necessitate such a level of personal attention from an Uber driver. Eddie, the Uber driver, reached the elegant country club and, after a short while, 2 passengers approached his vehicle. The first man, well-dressed and composed, greeted Eddie politely and took a seat in the back. In stark contrast, the other passenger emanated an unbearable odor and displayed rudeness. He carelessly pushed Eddie's shoulder while getting into the car, which left Eddie taken aback.
His sex name is Mike.
What?
But it's Omidio.
I hope.
To make matters worse, he engaged in an act that one might describe as thoughtless. Eddie found it increasingly difficult to tolerate both the rudeness and the foul odor as he navigated the dimly lit road. With a quivering voice, he pulled over in an isolated area and urged the unruly passenger to exit the vehicle.
Yo, get your foot down. Yo, check this out. Get your foot off there.
Alright, call Uber.
Guess what?
We'll get out.
Yeah, you can pop out. Just pop out. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much.
No problem, man.
Thank you.
Alright.
Maybe there was.
Both passengers disembarked, leaving Eddie with a mixture of relief and lingering unease. During what initially appeared to be a quiet afternoon for Brian, an Uber driver navigating the streets of Seattle received a pool ride request. While en route to the pickup location, an additional passenger was added to the trip. This new passenger, a complete stranger to Brian, immediately began insisting that he disregard the GPS instructions and take him directly home.
Well, but I got another passenger to pick up, though.
Just keep going. I'm taking you straight to my house.
Oh,
this is faster.
Oh, but I got another passenger. That's how it works.
You're just taking the long way.
No, but I got another passenger to pick up. That's how.
Brian, drawing upon his experience as a driver, attempted to explain that he needed to pick up the next passenger according to Uber Pool's policies. While making an effort to maintain professionalism, Brian also checked on the details of his upcoming rider. However, the demanding passenger persisted in his request for a direct ride home, regardless of Brian's explanations. As the tension mounted, Brian's patience began to wear thin. Faced with continuous demands, he eventually took decisive action and abruptly instructed the passenger to exit the vehicle.
Which way to go? And it's faster if you just took the way I took.
You know, can you just get the f out of my car, man?
Open your door. You're getting a bad reference.
Yeah, okay. I'm showing this video to Uber, by the way.
This unusual encounter turned Brian's quiet afternoon into a rather strange after-hours experience. As Mario's Uber moved through the dimly lit streets, the 2 ladies in the backseat conversed animatedly about their destination. Mario had readily accepted a 20-mile ride request from them, but as they continued on their journey, a subtle unease began to creep over him. A quick glance at the app revealed a concerning detail. The Uber ride had been mysteriously canceled, and he couldn't dismiss this as a mere technical glitch.
How that happens? When you cancel a ride, you get charged, right?
No.
Yeah, we get charged.
Look at. Oh, okay. Well, I just drove 20 miles.
Mario's heart quickened as he grasped that the cancellation had been initiated manually, raising a red flag of suspicion in his mind. He was well aware that con artists often employ such tactics.
For some reason, but luckily I got a dash cam to actually record every single thing that happened. So if she did claim any false claim, I do have it on camera.
Without uttering a word, Mario skillfully pulled over, and the lady's expression shifted from excitement to panic as he opened the door. In a firm voice, he stated, "This is your stop." Under the warm midday sun, the Uber driver made his way to the airport, not yet aware that this ride would introduce him to a passenger who perfectly embodied the notorious Karen stereotype. As Karen entered the back seat of the vehicle, her complaining began immediately, with piercing and unrelenting complaints that seemed to have no end.
Follow that sign! Follow that sign!
Herman, the driver, managed to maintain his calm demeanor throughout the ordeal, wisely deciding to record the escalating chaos on his phone. He narrated the unfolding drama in fluent Spanish, preserving a record of the distressing encounter.
We don't speak English. Usted sabe que para terminar. Not it. Go straight. Tranquila, tranquila. Usted sabe que yo voy bien.
Then, suddenly, as if a switch had been flipped, Karen ended her tirade, seemingly exhausted from expelling all her anger. She abruptly flung open the door and stumbled out onto the street, muttering something under her breath. Sometimes it's the people we encounter that can be the most frightening part of our day, whether at work or simply as we go about our daily lives. In reality, it's challenging to completely avoid human interactions, especially when we're out in the world. Unfortunately, a group of young individuals aged 14, 15, and 18 experienced this harsh reality firsthand. During a routine trip to grab a meal, they found themselves targeted seemingly at random by a group of troublemakers.
Yo, what the Go. Oh my God. Are you okay? Call 911.
Their car was pelted with objects, which not only shattered the windows but also left the young driver and their siblings terrified. In a state of panic, they dialed 911 for help, but their respite was short-lived.
Hi, we're getting chased by them. They're throwing stuff at us.
It's terrifying. They were terrorizing the children maliciously. I just couldn't believe it. It was just sheerly maliciousness, the way that the whole entire incident went down.
Another object was hurled at them, sending them into a frenzy as they hastily sped away into the night, seeking safety. Fortunately, they all emerged unscathed thanks to the driver's quick thinking that ensured the safety of the siblings. However, the aftermath of the attacks was undeniable. With shattered windows and traumatized young individuals, no one should have to fear for their lives right after a quick fast food dinner. Hopefully, with the evidence captured by the Dashcam, law enforcement can conduct a thorough investigation to apprehend those responsible and prevent such incidents from happening again.